Welcome to Get a Clue, Casual Gamer, where we get a clue, C-L-U-E, about a new game, or maybe new to you. And I am way off center here, so I'm going to kind of like jiggle a little bit. Okay, today we're going to get a clue about the game Cartographers. It's been out for a little while. It came out in 2019. And it was popular enough that it's just come out with an expansion to it called Heroes, but we are just looking at Cartographers itself. So let's get a clue. C, components. What am I going to find when I open that box? Well, first of all, I'm using a cheat sheet to remember the correct words for these items. Basically, you are going to find a pad of basic map material pages. Now they are two-sided, so this is one side and this is the other side. Okay. And you're going to find 4 little pencils to go with it. They even have erasers. You are going to find cards, lots of different cards, and that's why I need a cheat sheet, because you're going to find 4 season cards: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Okay, and besides those 4, you're going to have the 4 edict cards: A, B, C, and D. Besides that, you will have 4. These are, they don't actually have, ambush cards. That's what they're called, ambush cards. And they each have, goblin, some sort of monster on it. Okay? You will have 13 explore cards, which are all of these explorer cards. Beautiful artwork. It's absolutely beautiful artwork. And then you will have 16 scoring cards. You'll only use 4 of these in a game, and they will be shuffled. There are different backs on them. There are 4 different backs, so there's 4 different types, and each one has 4 different cards. And you will be mixing the ones with the same back, mixing them together, and then just picking one. And that's the one you're going to use for that game, and you're going to do that for all 4. So that's why there are 16 of these, but that means the combination of scoring cards is going to be very different from game to game. So, rule book, that's it. Those are the components in this game. Cartographers. Cards, score pad, which is, map, and the rule book, and the pencils. Now, I've taken some of them and laminated them so that I could use them with erasable markers. I haven't used them with regular, like, wipe-off markers. I have since purchased some water erasable markers, the kind that are dry erase, where you, or wet erase. Dry erase are just like a whiteboard marker, but a wet erase means it doesn't smudge, which is something important, because at the end of the game, your map might end up looking like this. So, my nail's broken. So, yeah, this is my great artwork here. I got 52 on this one. Yeah. But you got the village, the land, the water, the monsters, and the forests. And so, because it's so much detail in there, that's why I figured these laminated ones need to have the wet erase rather than the dry erase markers, and ultra fine so that you can do that. Though technically don't let drawing, don't let the drawing of these things stop you. First of all, you can be very laid back about the drawing. Like my friend here, she did minimal drawing. But you could even just use the initials of the item that you're blocking out. You can use F for forest, W for water, or F for farm, or L for land, whichever they call it. What is it that they call it? I don't know. Anyway, so you can use just letters. It's not a big deal. You don't have to be drawing a masterpiece. But anyway, so those are the components. L, length of play. It probably takes about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, especially when you're learning it. But once you know what you're doing and the people know what you're doing, you can do it in a half hour. It can be easily done in a half hour. It's not a long game. Even if it takes 45 minutes, it's still not a long game. It does play, let's see, did I know? Oh yeah, I love this one. The manufacturer says this plays 1 to 100. Well, that's because that's how many sheets there are in here. So 1 to 100. Oops, sorry, I dropped that. So yeah. It can play as many people because everyone's doing it at the same time. It's not turn-based. It's flip a card, and whatever's on that card, everyone has the opportunity of drawing on their own map. Simple. Let's see. So length of play, 30 to 45 minutes. U for uniqueness. Does this remind me of any other game? Yeah, I did. Does it remind you of any game? Drawing. It reminds me of some hobby games, some other roll and writes, because this is a roll and write game. Just to let you know, Cartographers is a role player tale, but it is a roll and write. Well, it's a flip and write. Okay, there's no dice. You flip cards, but it's in the same category of a roll and write. So there are other roll and writes or flip and writes that have something similar where you flip a card and then you write something down. Welcome to Super Mega Lucky Box. It's like silver and gold. Yeah, they all flip a card and then you write something down. In this case, you're making a map. You're drawing something. You're making a map. Okay, so it doesn't remind me of any real mass market game, except for, Yahtzee, which is the grandfather of roll and writes, but this doesn't act anything like it. But it is like it's puzzly. Let me get to E. E stands for ease. How easy is it to learn, teach, play? How easy is it to find? How easy is it on your pocketbook? Easy to learn, teach, play. If you're playing with somebody who's new to this game but likes games, even mass market games, if they've played Clue, and they've played Monopoly, and they've played Parcheesi or Balderdash, or somebody who has played games and likes to play games, it's not hard to teach. If it's somebody who really has barely ever played a game, you might want to start with something easier, like Super Mega Lucky Box or Silver and Gold. This is just a step up, still fully in the casual game level, but it's a 1.9 instead of a 1.3. Yeah, so it's a little bit more involved because, but if they've ever played Tetris, they understand the shapes of the Tetris shapes, because you'll see in the card, there you have this little Tetris shape, straight. Here's another little zig. It's like that's what you're drawing are these Tetris shapes. So, hey, it could remind you a little of Tetris. But looking at the rule book, you have the components in the front, an introduction of the thing. Then you have the game setup, which isn't that complicated. This is what it looks like when you have it set up. And then how you play, the explore phase, the draw phase, and then they explain what the different symbols mean and the different types of cards, the end of a season, the end of the game, and the scoring. And then they actually even show you every single move card that there is, scoring card that you could possibly have. There are 4 in each of the 4 categories, and it just tells you a little bit about them. For instance, Sentinel Wood says, earn 1 reputation start for each forest space adjacent to the edge of the map. Actually, the last game I played, that was one of our scoring cards. So I did, in fact, let me pull mine up. Okay, you see, I tried to put forest near the edge of the map so I could score points for those, extra points for those forests. So it's really not a difficult game. It even has a solo mode, which I have played. The last game I played was with somebody, but I have played the solo mode as well, and it's it's right there in the thing. So ease of play, it's not the easiest, it's not a super simple game, but if you're not looking for a super simple game, if you don't want to play an extremely easy game, if you want one that has a little bit of choice to it, a little bit of puzzling to it, this is an excellent game for that, because it really is not hard. It's not heavy at all, but it is, you feel accomplished. Even if you don't win the game, you're drawing a map. You are setting up a kingdom, which is what it's all about. You have been hired by the queen to map out her kingdom. And you are the cartographer. You are drawing the map. That's what this game is all about. Easy to find and easy on the pocketbook. Well, I, of course, went in search, and I found it all over the place. And like I mentioned, it has a new expansion called Heroes, and that you can find almost everywhere you can find cartographers. I found cartographers at Amazon, at GameNerds.com, at MiniatureMarket.com. It was ranged between $17.50 and $25. Yeah, when you see this, it's going to be a few weeks after I film it, record it, because I'm about to go into 3 weeks of very heavy work-related trips and assignments and such, that I'm recording ahead so that I can get all of these, at least until I can calm down a little at the beginning of May. April is just a crazy month, and so you're going to be seeing this late in April, and I still got some more to record to get us until at least the first week of May, when things should be calming down a little bit at work. We'll see. But anyway, it's easy to find, and it's easy on the pocketbook. You definitely should be able to find it at your local game store, your Flags, your friendly local game store. It's a simple yet has a little meat to it game. Casual yet not childlike. It's a nice game. that you feel accomplished. Whatever your score at the end, you feel accomplishment of having completed your map. So there you have it. You got a clue about a game called Cartographers. Until next time, happy gaming. God bless you and your family. Bye.